What is wrong with Bitcoin? Why is Bitcoin not pumping like we want it to pump? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, whenever you're watching this video. Welcome to the Bitcoin family channel. For the newcomers, my name is Didi. In today's video, I have 4 epic news items. I have amazing charts that you need to see that will tell you why Bitcoin probably is not pumping yet. Also an inspirational quote at the end to end the video, guys. Now let's quickly jump into these 4 epic news items first. Bam! The first news item for today, guys, is about IBM. Do you still remember IBM? It's a big company, $290 billion big company. IBM just announced that they launched a crypto custodial service and a Bitcoin wallet. So IBM, one of the biggest technology companies, launching a Bitcoin wallet and opening custodial service for institutions. Huge step again in this industry. You all understand that centralized entities like IBM giving these custodial services is not my first choice. My first choice is self-custody, hodling your Bitcoins in your own self-custodial wallet, like a hardware wallet or a software wallet on your telephone or a software wallet on your laptop, a wallet that you have the seed phrase in control of. You have the 12 words or the 24 words and you hodl those words. That's your backup. Those wallets where you have access to your keys, that is your real Bitcoin. If you don't have access to the keys, it is not your Bitcoin. Please understand it. Of course, companies like IBM, leading by example, will attract a shitload of institutions again to invest in Bitcoin, which will mean the demand will keep growing more and more and more. And we all know the supply is not growing that fast, so that means that the price will have a pump, mostly because of a supply shock, guys. Now, IBM, great news. Let's jump into the second news item. Second news item comes from Argentina. The right-wing populist Javier Milei, you all know the guy, that the Bitcoin prime minister, the Bitcoin president. Now, the media told us he's never going to win. He's going to do very bad because we don't want him to win. You know, the media tries to control the whole narrative. But Javier Milei proved that the media hasn't have that big of an influence anymore, because he not won, he destroyed all the oppositions. Guys, he gained with 233% in ministers and points, etc. So he's becoming even more popular than he was before. And yes, he is still a Bitcoin-minded president for a huge country like Argentina that went down with inflation rate, I think, to 30% instead of 300%. They improved the economy tremendously. So this guy is cutting through the full political heart of Argentina and destroying all those jobs with politicians, and that they all fill their pockets, and saying, no, we need to make Argentina healthy again. A libertarian, a real libertarian president in Argentina. Talking about that, for all the Dutch people, there is also Libertaire Partij, the Netherlands. You can vote for them. That party is run by a real hardcore Bitcoin-minded person, guys. Please check my video on that, because I was really surprised how the Libertaire Partij, how they have all their points in line with my visions about life. Not too many taxes, private school or homeschool is possible, and many other things, smaller governments, etc. Check that out, guys. You can find them on bitcoinpartij.nl. bitcoinpartij.nl. Now, so that was the second news item. Javier Milei winning again that massive race, and yes, he will run Argentina into a very healthy economy if he starts to adapt a little bit more to Bitcoin. Now, then we have a third news item. France, other side of the world, they just announced that they are introducing a bill to buy 420,000 Bitcoin. Not $420,000 worth of Bitcoin. They are announcing that they will want to buy 420,000 Bitcoins. That's 2% of the total supply of Bitcoin. They understand that Bitcoin is going to be the gold of the 21st century. And they see what the United States is doing. They see what other countries are doing. So France is now, no. We are not going to skip this gold rush. We are going to join it. We are introducing a bill that France is going to buy 420,000 Bitcoins for the strategic reserve of France. Huge step. This is something very important that you need to notice. All these huge countries with huge economies are starting Bitcoin reserve strategies. They want to hold as much as possible Bitcoin. They are still in control of a lot of media. So what you will see in the upcoming time is a very volatile market, because the governments don't want you to buy, they want to buy. Do you see what game they have been playing in the last decades, in the last ages? They only want to be in control, and they want to be in control of money, they want to be in control of your time, they want to be in control of everything. So they will freak you the fuck out so that you will be selling your Bitcoins to them again. Or they will confiscate it because you did something illegal, like buying Bitcoin with cash a long time ago when it was only possible with cash, for example. Please be aware, yes, it is of course interesting to see that these countries all are adopting to Bitcoin, but it also means they will do whatever they can to get their Bitcoins. Please be aware of that. Now, let's go now into the fourth news item and last news item. Because France is not the only country, because the Swiss Minister President just announced they are gonna launch a Bitcoin reserve strategy for Switzerland. And yes, we all know that Switzerland is a very important financial hub in the world. And they now are announcing they will also start a Bitcoin reserve strategy for Switzerland, guys. Now, that's too many countries in a very short of period that now announcing they want to buy a shitload of Bitcoins. So please understand, there is no Bitcoins to buy. The market is drying up. There's not that many Bitcoin on exchanges. A lot of Bitcoins in our own wallets, 60% or more still at the wallets of all the OGs. The only place where these countries can buy their Bitcoins is either from the miners, but that's just a very small new supply each and every day, or from the other people that are hodling Bitcoin. Now, if we don't sell, they can't buy. If we start to buy as well, they can't buy the ones that we are buying. We need to understand that if you want to fight this peaceful revolution that Bitcoin was intended to be, you should start to buy more Bitcoin. Fuck the fiat shitcoins on your bank account, buy Bitcoin. Please withdraw all those fiat shitcoins from your bank account and buy Bitcoin. That's the true store of value. That's going to increase your purchasing power. Your fiat shitcoins are decreasing your purchasing power each and every year. Just be honest. Look into the mirror and take some 50 euro note or a $50 note. Can you still buy the same amount of groceries that you could buy 2 years ago or 4 years ago with that $50 note? No, you can't. The people in the Netherlands are even driving to Germany to be able to buy more groceries because it's cheaper over there. It is inflation. It is decreasing your purchasing power. You should be having your capital, storing it into a store of value that increases your purchasing power. Bitcoin. Or if you don't trust Bitcoin, gold, silver, any other store of value aside of those fiat shitcoins that are being printed out of thin air, guys. That was all the news. Let's quickly jump now into the charts. Bam. First chart for today, guys, is a 4-hour chart. Yeah, coffee. It is still pretty positive. We are breaking this channel, the pattern. Now, if I would extend it here to, for example, the wicks, then we would still be in it, of course. But let's be honest, it's breaking it. Now, that means we need to find support now on this green line. The green line is at 112,000. That has been support because it was resistance before. You can see how often it was resistance, 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 all resistance. It needs to turn into support now. So that move is a good move. We had an uptrend. We are still having a higher low. So this is still higher than this low over there. The high also higher than that high over there. So this is still okay. But we need to keep support over here and try to go up again and break and then make that one support. Go up and make that one support. Go up and bam, you know. That's the kind of move that we want to see in Bitcoin. If we look at the Gaussian channel, the 5-day chart, we can see we broke out of it, which is really positive. And this candle is going to close in 3 days and 22 hours. We need to stay above this Gaussian channel. If we stay above it, that's a confirmation that we will get a little bit more bullish and go up more, guys, to 130, 140K at least. Everybody thinks it's a huge move, but let's be honest, it's just only to there, and that's 130. And to there, it's 140. This is not a huge move. These kind of moves, if you compare it to, for example, this move, just measure it over there now, like almost to there. If I would take that move and put that move on here, it's going much higher. It's going to 170, 160. So the move that we expect at the moment, even if I compare it to this move over here, check, from there to a little bit steeper to there, that kind of move is easy doable for Bitcoin, which means 160 to 180. So please don't think it's not possible, because we have seen this bull market, it was possible many times. Now, then guys, I want to show you that Didi Bam Bam has a new website, didibambam.me, completely renewed, go check it. A new style, you can see what Didi Bam Bam is, you can see what the token does, you can meet Didi AI, there's a lot of things, you can choose your plans, read the white paper. You can also see everything about the Didi AI features, what is in our app, the price checker, portfolio, bull market, top indicators, all of that stuff you can read now on the website, and you can launch the app as well from there. Even check our meetups that we had till now. We had a Phuket Gold VIP meetup, and we had a Mallorca Gold VIP meetup. You can check the pictures, everything in this app. Yes, champagne in your face. Now, let's jump now into the next couple of charts, guys, over here. This is the first one. Now, of course, that October was a red month. At the moment, it's slowly turning green again. Really positive, because October has been green most of the months if you look in the last 12 years. Only 2 months were negative, so a green month would be expected. November, though, please understand, is in history the most bullish month for Bitcoin. 46% in average growth in the last 12 years. So please do understand that November is way more bullish normally than October. October has a 20% average growth. November, a 46% average growth. In the bull year cycles, here, 2017, 53%. 2021, minus 7%. That's not a good example. That's a bearish November. 2025, I expect a bullish November. And then I think we will see the top in this month, and then we will see a slow decrease in December. That is still my target to 160, somewhere in this November-December area. But I believe November is the 50% pump month. This chart is just to show you for what it means to be in this beautiful range for Bitcoin. Like, check. In total, the range from $10,000 to $100,000, we spent 1,880 days. From $1,000 to $10,000, we spent 1,110 days. From $100 to $1,000, we spent 1,300 days. You can see what I mean. We spent over 1,000 days in those ranges. Now, we have a new range, $100,000 to $1 million. We have spent 200 days in this range. We can still spend easily another 1,000 days in this range from 100K to $1 million, guys. And before you know it, we will spend the first day in the 1 million range. I believe that will take another 8 years, and then that new range, 1 million to 10 million, will be activated. But this range has just started. So buying Bitcoin at 100K or 110K is still cheap, as I believe this range is to $1 million. And we're gonna spend a lot of days also towards 500K, 600K in this range. Which halving? Let's see. We just entered the 4th halving area. After 2028, it will be the 5th halving area. After that halving, 2028, we will be around that 500K level. So there will be a lot of days in this range. And I don't believe there will be many days added to this range. Only in the bear market. We will fall down maybe to 60 to 80,000 US dollars for a couple of weeks before we go above 100K again. On this chart, you can see more clearly where we are at the moment. If you compare it to the other cycles, guys, the other cycles, 2013, that light green, 2017, that pinkish, 2021, that bluish, and now 2025, of course, the orange color. At the moment, we are just before that peak zone. We are in the mid of October, towards the end of October, I need to say, of course, like 2 more days and it's Halloween. But that peak zone has always been there. Light gray area, this is the peak zone. And that peak zone is always from the end of October towards the end of 2025, towards the end of the year. So this peak zone is now arriving. Now just look what happened before that peak zone in 2013. Look, this is before the peak zone. A long-term sideways movement. Now look at that pink area. Before the peak zone, a long time sideways slow growth area. Peak zone here, before it we had a double top in 2021, so this one is a little bit different. Sideways, and then we had that peak, but we had a pre-peak as well, so it was a double top, which is different than the other two cycles. So for this orange line now to start moving upwards to these levels over there, 160,000 US dollar, is not that difficult. It would be in line with what you see on the chart, because we have over here the top. Let me draw it a little bit for you. We had this top, then we had that top a little bit lower, here a top a little bit lower, and now if we could make a top again a little bit lower over there, 160,000, that would be the start again of the bear market. But until there, this run is the only thing we need to get to 160K, and that would be a beautiful blow off top. Please understand that that is definitely possible. When does the bear market start? That's a question that a lot of people ask me. When is the bear market going to start? If you look back in history, mostly when we close candles below the 50 simple moving average, the SMA. So the moment we start to close candles on the weekly down below that one, it's over. Over there, bear market started. Over there, bear market started. Over there, bear market started. So just keep a line on the 50 SMA on the weekly chart. If that candle closes down below, then you know it is gonna end. It's the end of the bear market, guys. It's the end of the bull market and the start of the bear market. Very simple. But if you go to didibambam.me or join didiai.app, you can see all the bear market and bull market indicators, when it starts, when it ends. Last chart for today, guys. Yes, it's a long video today. Last chart is this one. Again, just comparing the cycle so you exactly understand where we are at the moment. We have a bear market of 12 months, then we have a pre-bull of mostly 12 months, then you have the first bull part of 12 months, and then you have the second bull part of 12 months. That's a 4-year cycle. That's just how it works. Now that bear part was 2022, we did it. There, I told you all to buy at 16,000 US dollar. That was the pre-bull, we did it. Then we went into the first part of the bull. We were in it. Now we are in that second bull part. The only thing that we're missing is that last tiny pump to 150, 160. Just like we saw over there, a tiny pump, here a bigger pump, and there a bigger pump. So this is what we are missing, but it is still in line with the time if you look at the previous cycles. It's exactly where we need to be. But there needs to be a pump in the next 4 weeks. If there is no pump in the next 4 weeks, I will definitely call it the end of the bull market. That were all the charts for today, guys. Use my special link down below here to sign up to Bybit and claim your amazing bonus up to 30,000 US dollar. You will receive $30 for just signing up. Use my link down below and click it now. I hope you really enjoyed the charts. Short term, a lot of volatility, amazing for the traders, amazing for my algorithm. It starts to rain again here in Thailand today. Yet still rainy season, guys. Long term, still my same targets. 160K is the top. Everything between 130 and 160 is a beautiful topping area where you should be taking profits with your Bitcoins. The Didi Bam Bam Gold VIPs, I will start to make extra videos now each and every day or each and every 2 days about that and where to take your profits, guys. Ooh, I need to go inside because it starts to rain really hard. That were the charts. If you did enjoy them, give the charts already a thumbs up and share them with all of your friends and family. I will do the inspirational quote inside. Bam! The inspirational quote for today, guys: you need to believe in yourself when nobody else does. Short but powerful. You need to believe in yourself when nobody else does. When all the people are being negative and tell you that it's not possible, that it's impossible, you can't reach it, you can't do that, that is when you need to start and believe in yourself. And when you start to believe in yourself, you will end up doing really cool things, and it will probably end in you becoming a little bit more happy than you are now. Why? Because it all starts with believing in yourself. You don't need to believe in higher entities or gods or whatever you think that you should believe in. You need to start believing in yourself. Because if everything is true that people tell you, you know, that there was a God or that there is a huge field of energy and that we are all one, that's just a matrix, then it all starts with believing in yourself. Because the moment you believe yourself, you are then that goddish energy. You are then one with everything. So you need to believe that you can do it. Don't depend on other people's meaning. They will always say no. They will always say you can't. They will always say you won't. They will always say you are not able. Don't believe those people. You can do whatever you want in life. Start to visualize, start to manifest, start to believe really in that new future that you want to create, and you will be creating it before you know it. No doubt, zero doubt. Zoom out and just grab life by the balls, the bull by the horns, and start to steer your life in that direction that you want life to be steered. Into this rain here, back me in Thailand, guys. That was everything for today. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. Yes, I will soon start to walk on the beach again to get a little bit different pictures than every time my garden over here, and maybe a little bit more fun images for the man, you know what I mean. But now that was the video for today. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment about the news, the charts, and the inspirational quote. I wish you an amazing Wednesday. See you tomorrow again. Bam.